Welcome viewers, Dr. JWAU. Aboriginal authority erased. Whose law applied on Aboriginal country? A settler could cross beyond Sydney carrying something Aboriginal people had never agreed to recognise: British law. As farms spread outward, colonial government followed. Property could be granted, settlers could demand protection, soldiers could be deployed, punishments could be ordered. But something extraordinary was happening underneath those ordinary functions of government. Britain was deciding which law mattered. Aboriginal peoples already possessed laws, obligations, and systems governing relationships between people and country. And those systems did not suddenly disappear when the settlers arrived, nor had the peoples holding them negotiated their replacement by British law. Yet, colonial expansion created a profound imbalance. When settlers occupied Aboriginal country, Britain increasingly treated that occupation as occurring within its jurisdiction. And when Aboriginal people resisted, British authorities could categorise their actions as offences against colonial order. And the consequence was enormous. Britain was no longer merely governing the British people who had arrived under its authority. Its institutions were increasingly determining what Aboriginal people could and could not do on country Britain had never acquired from them through treaty. And that does not mean colonial jurisdiction became complete overnight. British control remained uneven. Aboriginal peoples continued making decisions according to their own circumstances, laws, and obligations. And their resistance continued. But the direction of colonial power was becoming unmistakable. Settlement expanded. British law followed with it. And British law increasingly supplied the categories through which resistance itself would be judged: trespass, theft, violence, crime. But before accepting those categories, another question has to be asked. Who decided that British law possessed superior authority at that time? No negotiated agreement had been settled or confronted that question. Increasingly, colonial power was setting it in practice. And once one legal system possessed the force to define the other side's resistance as unlawful, the struggle was no longer only over country. The struggle was over whose law had the power to define the reality.